Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is the first day of our 7 days of Valentine's Day. So I decided to pick 7 different words and then do a look based off of those words. So I have chosen the word smitten for the first day, and that is going to be a rose gold look. So if you subscribe, you'll get to see all the other looks. We are first priming our eyes with this Maybelline concealer, and I'm just going to pat this out all over the lids to make a smooth base for us to start our eyeshadows on. You also want to set this. We are going to be using the Naked 3 today, and I'm starting off with this Morphe brush. I'm going to go in with the lightest shade to set it. And I'm going to dip into this and then put this all over the eyelid so that we're ready to go. Next, I'm using this Morphe Fluffy brush, and I am going to be going into the lightest brown shade that there is. It's a brownish purplish. I'm going to take this and I'm going to go above the crease using windshield wiper motion, going back and forth, starting from the outside, going in, just to build up this color so that we have this really pretty transition color to get started to lay down. Going back in with the same color, I'm just building up this look so that it is more intense for Valentine's Day, but you could leave it at just one application so that it would be more softer, but I wanted this look to really pop. It's Valentine's Day and we really want to have our eyes and our makeup stand out, so I am just packing this on and keep blending until I get the consistency and the color that I want to see. Next, I'm going in with this darker purplish shade. It's more like a plum color. And I am taking this on a more flatter but fluffier brush. It's more tapered. And I am putting this into the crease. Still starting from the outside, working myself in and applying more pressure into the crease to be able to get that darker color. And I'm just going to keep going back and forth to make sure that it is nice and blended. And I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to build up the color until I get the actual color that I want. Now I'm going in with this Morphe brush, and it's more fluffier, and I'm just blending everything together. It is a clean brush. There is no more product on it. And I am just going back and forth in the crease and in the transition color to make sure both of them blend seamless so we're not seeing two different colors. Next, I'm using this more defined tip brush from Morphe. It's more pointier on the end, and I'm going in with the darker shade, and I am going to be working this just on the outer crease and then blending in towards the crease some more. But I want to keep this more towards the outer than the inside. So I start on the out and I work my way in so less product goes in towards your eye. Now I'm picking up this other fluffier brush and going back in to the transition color to build that back up so that they both work seamless together. I'm taking the same concealer that I used at the beginning and taking this in a little bit on the back of my hand and a flat shader brush because I'm about to cut the crease so that the color that we put on top will pop really bright. And I basically start off very little and I'm just smoothing it on and going with my crease. So I start from the corner of my eye and work my way out. And we don't want to go all the way out. We do want to leave a little of that dark purple towards the end of your eye. So you can do a little bit at a time if you're not used to doing this. And you can also just pat it on and it works just as well. So once again, I'm taking from the corner and going out. Keep picking up the product that you need, and I'm following my crease going around. I'm going to pat it because I don't want it too sticky. Now I'm going to be using this NYX Glitter Glue, and this stuff is really good. I love this stuff. I use just a tad bit, squirt it on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use the flat shader brush as well, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit and put it on the concealer that we put down. So this is just going to help any glitter eyeshadow or any eyeshadow period that you want. It's going to help it stick so that it pops more and it's not going to flake down on your face or move about or even crease. It's going to stay right where you put it, so do be careful with this. So I'm going to take a flat shader brush again, and I'm going to pick up this very sparkly rose gold color within the palette, and I'm going to pat that on the brush, even swipe, and then I'm going to put this down wherever we put the concealer and the glitter glue. As you can see, it is really standing out. It is very pretty. I'm patting at the edge, and then I'm going to take it to the front. So after you completed putting the glitter on, I'm now going back in with that darker color, and I'm going to put this on the outside again, so I blend the glitter on the corner to the purple so that they both blend seamlessly and you can't really see two big separations of color. So I'm just taking that, and then I'm taking more of a tiny, smaller detailed brush from Morphe, going back in with that and going to be doing the same thing, and I'm just going around the glitter in my crease, and I wanted it smaller brush so that I'm not going to be moving the glitter around or moving any of the color into the glitter. I'm going to do the same on both eyes. Now I'm taking this Becca Backlight Primer, and I'm going to take a little bit of this and use this as my primer today, and I'm going to rub this all over my face. It's really got this luminous glow to it, so I need this more since I have more of a dry skin this week. I'm going to use this. It's also going to make it glow a little bit underneath your foundation if you're not wearing a full coverage foundation, so it looks more luminous and dewy. Then I'm going to take this pure concealer, and I only use this to spot conceal, and it's in the shade Light, but I've been having these blemishes, and I'm going to take a little bit of this. I'm going to spot conceal where I need to. I do not use this underneath my eyes, and I wouldn't recommend that you do. It is more of a heavier consistency, so when I put it underneath my eyes, it is real heavy underneath the eyes, and it starts to break up and crease. So I don't like it for under the eyes, but to spot conceal, it really does cover up the redness that you do have, so that they're not showing through as much. I'm patting this out using a beauty blender and to soften it up so that it's not going to be harsh or show through the foundation look. So I'm just going to go over this and get this done before I get ready to use my foundation. Now I'm going to use the Maybelline SuperStay foundation, and this is full coverage. I use two different colors to be able to get the color that I need for my complexion. Now it does look too yellow right now, and it doesn't look like it matches, but it does. So now I'm taking my Oval Artiste brush, and I got these off of Amazon, and they're really cheap, and they came in a pack with several different sizes, and they're really good. But I use these to pat the foundation. I don't swipe. When I swipe, it removes the foundation. But I've noticed that if I pat the foundation on with this brush, it actually leaves more of the foundation on my face and doesn't pick it up. And it looks really full coverage and pretty. So unlike a beauty blender, seems to take off most of my foundation when I apply it. And same with the Kabuki top brush, takes off some of the foundation. But for some reason this doesn't. And I'm just tapping this in all over to make sure that I get the foundation distributed evenly. After this, I will go in with a beauty blender to make sure that I do have it all blended nice and evenly and that it melts into the skin more than just sits on top of the skin. And I'm making sure that I get the hairline and under the chin and everywhere that I need to. So like I said, I'm taking the beauty blender and just patting on top of that foundation. And this beauty blender is damp. It's not really wet at all, so that it's not removing any more of my product. Because I don't want any more removed. I want this look to be pretty full coverage since we are using this look as a Valentine's Day look. Next, I'm going in with the same concealer that we did with our eyes. And I'm going to use this to conceal underneath my eyes. And I am just dotting this and then swiping like a triangle, but not too big. I don't want it to go all the way down my face. I'm going to use a little bit on my chin, a little down my nose, and then a little bit on the forehead. Next, I'm going to have this Fit Me powder ready to go. I am now taking this brush and patting in the concealer. Like I said, I just think this brush does a really good job blending this out so that it does not take off any more concealer. I'm concealing because I want to hide all the dark spots underneath my eyes or brighten up the face in the certain areas that it needs brightened. So I don't want any of that product to be removed. This works really well underneath the eyes. Like I said, they make different sizes, so you can find smaller ones to be able to go underneath your eyes. I'm going to add a little bit more because underneath my eyes are really dark right now. So I'm going to blend that out again, and now you can see I'm actually using my little one. So it will get more into the corners of your eyes so that you can really make sure it's all snatched and perfect and smooth up under those eyes. Now I'm going in with that powder that I showed you, the Maybelline Fit Me, and I'm taking on the back of my sponge and I'm going to press that underneath my eyes and just like stamp it on there, and I'm going to leave that, and then I'm also going to do it on the nose, the chin, and the forehead. And this is just setting the concealer so your concealer does not move and it does not crease throughout the night. I'm also going to go ahead and just use a tad bit to set the rest of my face. I'm going to take this big fluffy brush to wipe off all that excess. Now I'm going in with the butter bronzer, and I'm going to be taking this brush and I'm going to use this to bronze up my face with. And I'm just patting this on right now, and I'm going from the corner of my ear down a little bit, and then I'm doing my forehead, the temples, and the top. I'm not doing the middle at all, and I'm doing the same side on the other side. And we will build this up in a little bit to make it even more darker, but this is just getting it started for the base of the contour and the bronzer that we're going to be laying down. You also want to get underneath your chin and your neck. Now I'm taking this more tapered brush from Morphe, and this is a contour brush, and I'm picking up some more, and I'm going in circular motions, and I'm starting at the ear, working my way down to really get that precise look that we're going for. And the same with the top. Using circular motions is what you want to go for. It just blends it out a lot better. I'm now taking this Hoola Bronzer from Benefit, and using the same contour brush, and I'm going to dip into this, and I'm going to use this and go over the same exact places that I did with my other bronzer. And this is just going to intensify it so that we have a way more bronzier look, but also keep it really beautiful and glam. Since this is a Valentine's Day look, I wanted it to be really pretty and out there. Now picking up my beauty blender, I'm taking some of that Maybelline powder and I am putting this right underneath the contour to cut it to make it look sharp. Now I'm taking my brush and I am wiping off all that powder underneath my eyes, around my nose, on top of my nose, just anywhere that the powder was baking, so that no more of the powder is showing and that it looks smooth and it has set our concealer. Now I'm going in with this blush from, I believe it's Milano, and this is really, really pretty. It's like also this rose gold blush. It's got these gold like little reflex in it. And I'm going to put this on the apples of the cheeks and pull it backwards. Now I'm taking this Wet n Wild Fergie highlighter. And I am taking this on a small tapered highlighting brush. And I'm going to put this on the high points of my cheeks to highlight the face, to make sure that it is real highlighted and very glowy, so that it looks really pretty and flows well with the look. You can never have too much highlighter. This highlighter is like a pinkish, purplish, almost silver. It's got all different kinds of colors to it, so it just all depends on the way that you turn or that the lighting is hitting it. I'm going to also put it a little bit above the eyebrow, down the nose, and on the tip of the nose, as well as on the cupid's bow of the lips. I'm going in with this eyebrow pencil from Loreal. I'm first just going to brush through my brows to get the shape that I am looking for. And I'm just very softly, slowly doing hair-like strokes to be able to give me that eyebrow effect. You do your eyebrows the way that you want to do them. This is just the way that I prefer my eyebrows to look. There's many different colors in this. I just chose this color, and I believe this is just dark brunette in this. I'll be using this NYX Worth the Hype mascara, and I also applied some eyelashes. Now I'm going to be taking the same highlighter that we used earlier, and I'm going to be putting this into the inner corner of our eyes so that it gives it that glow and that light reflection. It's going to brighten up the inner corners of our eyes. I'm going back in with the Naked 3 palette and using this flat shader brush. And I'm picking up the color that we first used. I'm going to drag that underneath the eye to give us some definition under there and warm that up just a little bit. You don't want too much. I'm just going to do that on both sides because we're going to be going in with another color. Now we're going in with that darker color that we used on the outside of our eyes, and I'm going to be taking just a little bit of that and dragging that just to probably about the middle. I don't want to drag it out too much. I'm going back in with the same highlighter, and I'm going to do right underneath the brows with that highlighter to brighten up right underneath the brows to make that pop as well. We're going to do that on both sides. Don't go overboard on this. It could mess up the whole look and make it too bright. Now I'm going in with this Lash Paradise. This is the rose gold eyeliner. It's liquid and it's really pretty. It doesn't show up that well on camera like I wanted it to, but in person it's really pretty. It's not glittery at all. It just is this really pretty shiny rose gold. And I put it on the underneath of my eyes to bring out some more of that rose gold color. I'm just adding a little bit more highlighter here, and this is it. This is the look that I came up with. I think it turned out really pretty and would fit any occasion, but for Valentine's Day I thought it was just so pretty to have this simple look. It wasn't too hard, one palette, and I love it. So thank you guys. Please subscribe to my channel, and we got 6 more looks to do. Thanks. Bye.